Welcome back, Doom fans. Lazygamer here. Now this time we are going to add another way to get up and some apparent supports for our 3D floor balcony that we created in the last video. We are also going to curve said supports with the arc tool, so let's get started. So the arc tool is one of my favorite new tools, maybe apart from the 3D floor mode. Though those can also be combined, as I will show. But first, you can see there are a lot of dummy sectors here. I made a few frames for the staircase to make it look not so dull, maybe. And I added some frames around the edges for here and here. And it is these we are going to curve today for an example on how to curve 3D objects, damn it. But first I am going to show you, since we did, as a first example, make a ramp with the arc tool. I am also going to make a ramp here as an example. Firstly, we will have to go back into our 3D floor mode, and I'm gonna make a quick... Really? Alright. 134 by 128. And I still don't have it. Sure. Or I don't have it anymore anyway. There we go. I keep copy and pasting stuff. Like so. And now we have plugged the hole. Did we not do it? 32. Excuse me, it's been a long day. Right. These are 34, those are 32. Because they stick out by 2 on each side. Anyway, then I hope you remember to pick a shortcut. Go and use the shortcut for Visual Slope Picker, and we're gonna pick this one. We can play with it using the scroll wheel. I am going to pick the one at the bottom as well, and remember not to take this one, which is part of this, but this, which is part of that. Turn, and then scroll wheel it down until it reaches below, and I'm gonna press shift to move it a bit less of a big movements, so it just crosses down with the top into the floor. Then turn off the picker and the thingy, and then and so we have made a simple but effective slope. I'm gonna add a few edges to this as well later, but you have to do this in increments, doing the big stuff first and the smaller stuff later. So I'll add some 3D floors around here to make an edging off screen. But we are here to for the big show, which is curving 3D floors. So let's get started. So curving 3D floors. It's really quite simple as per usual. We need to show this, go into Visual Slope Picker with your shortcut of choice. Mine is Alt U. Once again, choose each end of the thing you want to arc. Remove it. A thing. If you want to curve the top and the bottom, it should be you should be able to pick top and bottom at the same time. I was under the impression that I did at one point, but I can't get that to work now, so whatever. It doesn't really matter that much though. Anyway, activating the arc between slope handles with shortcut of choice minus Control U, and you will get sort of a curve. We can't actually see it. We can then, as usual, do this and do all the funny things we can do. With experimenting, I found a sort of okay angle. You don't want to go down. Okay. Unselect everything. And this side and this side is the same thing. I'm gonna do the underside in a minute, so I can do the underside here. However, they can't be the same. They can be the same across as long as they are arcing the same way. This cannot be the same, however, because if they were, they would just rise in. It looks horrible and it makes no sense. So let's go under here and repeat our action. It's not that hard, at least basic stuff like this. And then arc between slopes handles, and it's going to be the same thing, so there we go. And once again, this is the same. Now this looks a bit ugly, so I should probably change some things, but the point is that arcing is the thing. I need to make this a bit wider, maybe. I can do that between levels. Let's just make one last repeat just for... And you really should try and practice with this yourself at once after you've seen me do it, because, you know, practice makes perfect. I hated what is it called in English? After school practice. Homework. Homework. But there was usually a reason for it. Repeated actions makes you remember stuff. So stay at school, people. Anyway, they are now all the same. Yeah, I need height isn't right. I need to make it a bit thicker so it covers this now, like it did before. I like the curving though. It makes it nicer, I think. Anyway, this has been your host, the Lazy Gamer, logging off. Bye, guys.